Now this rose is pretty big, so I'm just going to measure. Okay, 8 inches is good. Okay, so I'm going to measure. We got 8 inches and 8 inches. So you need a 16-inch piece for this part. Okay, and I'm just going to do, this is what it's going to be hanging from. All right, and then I'm just going to take, I only have the bigger zip ties. If you have the little small zip ties, you can do this. I'm just going to put a zip tie at the bottom to use it as like kind of like a stopper. You won't see it, nobody will see it. Or you can try make it a little bit longer and try and knot it down there. Okay. All right. So that part is going to be attached to the board. Now we're going to make, I am going to do, I think I want a nice loopy tail. I'm going to do 16-inch tails because if it's too long, I can still cut it back. So you measure out from here to here, there's 16 inches. And that's the middle. Now I do my tails I do my bows a little bit different than everybody else. These are 16 inches on each side. These are going to be the tails that we're going to roll and twirl. But they're going to come out from the bottom of the bow perfectly. And then this one is where we're going to hang it from the board. And now we're going to just make a pretty little bow. So I'm just going to go in with the bad side facing up. And there's just a little piece of material here. You don't need to worry about that. And I think I'm going to make a 6-inch bow. Just at 2 loops. So your bad side of your ribbon is facing upwards. You're going to bring it over, slide your ribbon down the center dowels, and give it a half twist towards you. Okay, and then you just adjust it by pulling here till your loop is at the 6 inches here. Okay? And and that half twist towards you is bringing up the bad side of the ribbon again, so you can do the same thing on the other side. Straight down, half twist towards you, just by pulling this until you have the 6 inches. And there's our second one, and then the bad part is facing up again. And then we're going over top again, same thing, going down, half twist towards me. And rose wreaths, well, they're for any time of the year, but they're really nice at Valentine's Day, for Mother's Day especially. And they're just beautiful all year round, so you don't have to use a whole bunch of ribbon and all that stuff. All right, so I didn't do a half twist because I'm only doing a 2-looped bow. However, I'm going to do a little center loop, which I'm going to take my ribbon and just kind of come around the 2 dowels like that. So you see my ribbon is around there, and I'm going to slide it down. And there's no twists or anything, you just push it down. And then I'm going to cut it off fairly long so I know where it is at the end. Okay, so it's simple 2-loop bow. I'm going to take a zip tie, put the zip tie down on my table with the flat part of the head facing up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to take this off the bow maker, and you want to make sure that your zip tie comes through. So just open up the piece of ribbon that you're going to use for attaching it to the board. You want the tail to go through that. Then you're going to put the tail of the zip tie through your little loop and do the zip tie up. Now you can use a pipe cleaner and twist it and all that stuff, but I do like to use zip ties. And just don't let go of anything until you know everything's in there. There we go. So I'm going to flip this over. Bring the head of that just to the top there. And then I'm going to grab another zip tie and put it underneath that original zip tie. So I didn't do that zip tie up really, really tight yet. And I'm just going to make a loop. And this little loop is what it's going to be hanging from. Okay. And then I'm going to cut the tail off of that little hanger loop. And then I'm going to do this one up nice and tight. So everything is secure in there. And then we'll cut that off. And this is what we got so far. Now remember this little tiny piece that I did my loop with? I'm just going to cut that right off, right against the zip tie, and you won't see it again. And there we go. And these are going down here. Now you can make as many loops as you want. Like I said, I just wanted a simple little hanger bow. And it adds just a little bit of color. All right, so that's what I got here. Now I'm going to attach it to the board, which is very easy. Where I put that zip tie at the beginning, right here, I am going to the end here where I put that zip tie at the very bottom here. Just going to put this in and do this zip tie right around it. As tight as I can. And I'm putting the head, I have no strength. I'm just trying to put the head into the hole here. There we go. Much better. Okay. And that locks it. So we have, that's holding. You can also, if you want an extra, just put flip up that little tail there, put a little bit of glue, push it back down, make sure you're tight there. And so it's now glued plus zip tied. All right, and there we go. We gotta flip that over. And I'm going to dovetail my little tails there. And the other one. Okay, and I'm going to roll it. It's just a loose curl. And there we go. So we will be hanging it. I'll move the camera for 1 sec so you can see. I'll do pictures that we're hanging it like this with just a few little, just a little bit of color in there. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that.